What's up, CDP? What's up, Read Regina's book? How you doing? Happy Wednesday. I'm just coming on for a little bit today. I'm gonna be on in a few minutes. I got somewhere to go. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. With or without glasses, trust. Anyway, let me put my shades back on. Yeah, so I might talk a little bit about it and then come back on later on because I am gonna come back on because I actually have to take a trip today, so I might come back on a little later on. But I'll wait till everyone gets in because we're gonna talk about exploitation today, and I'm seeing a lot of exploitation, and I'm being kind of tongue in cheek with it on today because I'm seeing some stuff, and I don't see an outcry from these content creators, but we're gonna get to it in a couple of minutes. Thank you, pretty mama. I appreciate it, babe. I appreciate it. So you all, I'm almost at my destination that I need to get to before I start talking about what I'm going to talk about. But it's going to be interesting today. So let me start off by saying I'm going to go ahead and talk. If people ain't here, they ain't here. They'll just catch the replay. Uh, I think it is very funny that I have been accused. What's up, pretty mama? Of exploiting adult men who click on my channel. I'm very critical that people can talk about whatever the hell they want to talk about. But as soon as I talk about what I want to talk about, now, let me go to the Castro and Tommy situation. One, I did not tell Tommy and Castro to put their relationship on YouTube. They put their relationship on YouTube. Tommy and Castro, they were having issues before they started clicking on my page. And I will say everything that I told those gentlemen to do was in good faith. Leave each other alone. Move on with your life. Get some education. Don't let that man hit on you. Call the cops. Get a restraining order. Those are things that would have caused someone to live another day. You didn't hear me telling them to continue to fight. You never heard that come from my mouth. And also, I looked at the shenanigans that they were putting on YouTube, and I was going to talk about it with the bride and Rose. You know, leave each other alone. If you're not friends, then stop being jealous if he goes out. I mean, it was just common sense type of stuff. But I am not hearing anyone in an uproar over this Lemon and Lolo situation. Now, here Lemon is a younger man telling an older woman to shut up, who we see do reckless things on a daily basis. Some of us, because I don't watch them daily. And I don't see the outrage. And did not Lolo click back on the link to be over there at Lemon? So isn't she being exploited? Brian and Roe and Castro and Tommy never gave me money. I'm not looking for it. But they never said, Jay, I'm going to send you $35 out of the $50 that I got. They never sent me earbuds. They never sent any gifts. But yet, Lolo could do this for Lemon, and no one bats an eye. And I just think that that's exploitation. See, someone's clicking on my link because they want to, not because I asked them to, not because they're a part of a panel, but they want to tell their side of the story. And again, you all, I am very upfront with what I do. I am very upfront to let you know that, hey, anything can happen on this panel. But I think it's hypocritical of some of these content creators to always talk about exploitation and you doing this to these people, but Lemon has gotten financial benefits from Lolo. He has been gifted items from Lolo. He's told Lolo to shut up. This is not the first time that he's done this to Lolo. And yet we don't see the bigger picture because she's an older woman, she's this, but we don't say that she's not being exploited. I know some people don't care for me, and that's fine. You don't have to. But I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy. Oh yeah, the hypocrisy. And let me say this. This is why I don't let content creators tell me how to run my platform, what to do on my platform, and when to do it on my platform. Because, baby, these people are a selective bunch. They are a pick and choose bunch. And they should be up in arms that Lemon told this woman of a certain age to shut up. She asked, do you want me to click off the link? And he said yes. And now all of a sudden, he gave this half-ass apology. And she's back right on over there. And let me say this. I'm not upset. If Lolo likes to be exploited, and if Lolo likes to be used, then that is her choice. But what you're not going to do is tell me that I can't have my show and run my show the way I want to. Because if we're going to talk about exploitation, I think what Lemon did to Lola is very exploitive. I mean, he took money and the earbuds from her and told her to shut up, gave her her ass apology. I never did that to Tommy. I never did that to Castro. Never. Ever. Let me see, that's Tommy. What spot are you trying to steal on the beef sector, Tommy? I'm gonna drop down the link if you want to. I'm not begging nobody to come up on the link. You come up at your own. But Tommy, I didn't know that they were saying that, Tommy. I have been so oblivious to some of the things that have been happening. But and like I said, I don't have a problem if Lolo wants to be exploited. I mean, I gave my commentary, but if that's what she want to do, she has every right to do it. But if we're going to talk about my channel, we need to talk about what's going on over there at Lemon. Because I think that, I'm telling you, and then this is a male on female dichotomy. And this is an older lady. So I'm just really trying to figure it out. So anyway, what's up, Tommy?
Good morning, Pastor. I've been laying low I've been laying low, doing like what you tell me to do. Trying, I've been playing my gospel music and stuff. Here's the thing about it with my pastor, now they on my side. They keep saying that I'm fighting with Castro because I'm trying to take his spot in the B sector. I said, I never tried to take no spot in the B
Castro
sector.
doesn't have a spot in the B sector. What spot does he have in the B sector? I mean, they act like the B sector is someplace where people can't come in. I mean, you may make your own spot in the B sector. So again, I mean, what is that all about, Tommy? Go ahead.
Yeah, and then here's another thing of the matter is I can put on a show myself. I don't need Castro for to get no numbers. I can put a show on myself. There's so much mess is going on, Stomp Down, keeping a mess. Folks can't even do stuff on their platform without them speculating and going on. So you know what? I just started trying to find other ways of doing my content because it is getting old, but a lot of people say it's getting old about me and Castro, but they can't stop talking about us. They keep saying that you ain't did nothing. Castro came over there on the platform. I got Bigfoot over there cussing me out because I didn't go over there to her platform. Hey, Castro ran his ass to her platform, I'd have been over there. But he didn't do that. He ran his ass to
But
Dr.
this is
J.
the thing, Tommy. No one has been talking about him. We have been talking about Lemon and Lobo. Nobody's been talking about Castro.
Right, and
And
that's
my thing is, Tommy, do your channel. Who gives a damn whether people like you or not? That's your channel. Run your channel. Don't let. This is what I'm trying to say now.
Over there. It's that woman over there. She on it all night long trying to come between me and the gay man. I said, baby, I don't want to argue with women. I'm supposed to go there with the gay man. That's what my lane is. Over there with
but Tommy, we don't have a problem. See, this is the thing. We don't have a problem.
We never
but
did.
My
we
thing
don't
is,
have a problem.
My thing is to you is continue to do your commentary, continue to date and enjoy yourself, and move. And it seems like you've moved on. So continue to move on because what people want to do is exploit you and make this thing linger on. Because see, they want to act like I kept it going, but you have not heard me talk about you or Brian. It has been Lolo. It has been other things. I'm not talking about you and Brian or Castro or Rose. So my thing is, what the people want.
And we had neither. I had neither. I've been laying low and trying, but it's the people in the middle, man. They are what it is. They mad because when the stuff's going down, hell, Castro would go over there, comfortable to talk with you. Hell, that's the reason I didn't know nothing about you, Jay Wilson, and one for Castro. I didn't know nothing about
but that's you know what, Tommy. No, but that's in the past. I'm talking about right now. I mean, I don't know what that man doing. I really don't. And my thing is, I just think that they need that to keep going because again, the people who they accuse of using people, they need to keep it going because they don't have anything else to talk about. So, Tommy, my thing is to you is to keep going and doing your thing. I'm dealing with exploitation today because the people said I exploited you. They said I exploited Castro. They said I exploited Brian. Yeah. My thing is this, though. I don't know if you see what's going on with these two content creators, but we have a content creator who pretty much told his right-hand person to shut up and then apologize, a half-ass apology, and then she gave him some money, and then after he told her to be dismissed, she's back on his platform. And I'm like, well, isn't that exploitation? I don't see nobody jumping on that. But my thing is, Tommy, you got to do what you got to do. I'm going to tell you this, Tommy. The real deal is people want you to keep going back to that because that's where they get their power. That gives them a glimmer of hope. When you ignore those people and when you truly move on with life, you won. As long as you keep on monkeying with them and doing stuff with them, they're going to make content. Because let me say this, Tommy, if they were so free, then they would be doing other things. So all I'm saying to you, Tommy, is just continue to do your thing. Because I'm noticing a change also that people want to hang with those people now because those people have patted them on the back and say, oh, these bad people were against you. Where all these people were saying is, hey, live your life. If you tired of this boy, as you say, beating up on you, causing you pain and suffering, then move on. That's all I got to say about it. Move on.
Well, here's the
Go ahead,
thing about it, Pastor. Here's the thing about it. Sometimes Johnson concludes talking about the man, so they sing about me. The man couldn't have been singing about me because when I won't say the woman name, when Bigfoot fell down in the chat, he was shading me with this woman. You know, you know what I mean? Shade me with this dirty foot ass woman. And then I said he couldn't have been talking about me. How you gonna try to serenade me talk about me when she falls out in the chat? And then that's another thing. I don't want to be with that boy because I know her dirty foot ass gonna be trying to be come between us, and I ain't got time for that. That's one of the reasons why I want to be with her.
Because that's the other thing
too.
too.
That's what she
you
does.
just gotta move on because again, this is what they do. This is what
she don't
they
even
do.
Listen. If you talk about one gay, you talk about them all. If you think one thing about one gay, you think about them all. I know she talk about gay people like that, handicapped gay people. I'm like, you got a husband and got it going on. Why you got to talk about gay men when you got a husband? You shouldn't even be on YouTube as a content creator unless y'all doing it together. You know what I mean? I'm like, baby, leave me alone.
But Tommy, she's not gonna leave you alone because that's what she needs.
Because I don't watch her.
But my thing is this. Okay, well, no. See, that's the whole thing. I mean, this lady's been talking about me since I've been on here. But do you think I give a flip about what that woman says? Yeah.
I did not know
again,
she
Tommy,
crazy.
you move on, and like I said, people are exploiting people. Period. Because she was the one. She was the one. Yes, she is. She was the one who spread that lie about the cabin. So my thing is, that's the type of person that she is.
But let me tell you something. She might have said that when Castro Cannon told me that, he told me they were confident. That's a damn lie. She might have said he thought it too. Don't put that shit off on her. Why would he tell me that? If he didn't think that or believe that, they would have went one end out the other. Why would keep running with the narrow? Because he believed that. He believed that. He gay. Come on now.
I know he did, but my thing is this. You live and you learn.
But you
and Tommy, like I said, it is old. If he wants to move on, go on. I don't have a problem with him. I don't have a problem with anybody. I do my show. I put my commercials in the show. But since we talking, what have you been doing with yourself? What's been going on with you? How's the dating scene? You been doing okay?
Well, here's the thing about it. Last time I went dating was Friday. So what I've been doing is been straightening up, getting myself prepared for this month right here. When he wanted to go to a bar Saturday, and I didn't want to go. I just didn't. For some reason, he wanted me to drink, and I don't want to drink because when you drink, things happen.
Who wants you to drink? Who is the person who wants you to drink?
No, not Castro. Well, he don't want me to drink. Not Castro. I ain't talking on Castro. He don't want me to do car. He don't want me to drink. He asked me. I told him I don't want to drink. I don't feel comfortable drinking.
Okay, but if that's good. Just stand your ground. Just stand your ground. Go ahead. Stand your ground.
And so he felt some type of way, and I'm like, baby, they had already tried to steal my damn car. I said, when I move my car, at nighttime, I'm not the type of person that want to get all out at nighttime. Hell, it already stopped me once. I was like, the devil is allowed to sit my little sissy pop ass right up in here and play my music. You know what I mean? I think he felt some type of way. Because he said, well, I've been everywhere you went. Well, hell, if you'd have picked me up, I should have asked him to pick me up, but I didn't. Had he picked me up, I would have went. I went for to move my darn car. You know what I mean? And then he gonna tell me, I don't want nobody staying with me because I don't want to answer nobody. You fucking right, I'm a damn man. That's why I go to work. That's why I make my own money, so I want to answer to nobody. But to a leasing agency, that's it. I don't want to be in a relationship, especially I don't want to be in there. I don't want nobody using me for my body. I already knew that. I found him on Jack. I never knew about him, his name being Carl. He was a handsome man, and he got his profile picture on Jack, like a Facebook picture. So there was a red, there was a red target. There was a target right there. If you that boastful like that, and when I got on the Jack app. Don't you know, I didn't say I was going to the bar. He jumped on the Jack app like, baby, have your phone on it. Have your phone, because you know what? Have your phone, baby. You ain't never lay down with me. I ain't never kissed you, never sex you. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Have your phone, honey.
So where are you going? So what is your focus, Tommy? You just want to date and that's it. And I mean that's all you want to do.
I just want to date. That's on a date, and I might want to sex every blue moon. But I want to date because I don't want to be tired out cooking for nobody, picking folks up, and I don't have to do all. I'm too young for that. You know what I mean? I need to experience dating. You know, in the dating. Just because somebody date, that don't mean they sleeping around or having sex. If that's what you do, that's your business. I don't have to sleep around because I'm Tommy Caldwell. I don't have to do those kind of things. You know what I
Well, you're a
mean?
grown man, and at the end of the day, you're right. Nobody pays your bills because you're an
Mhm.
adult. My thing is, I think that it seems like there is a little hesitation because of where you met him, how you met him,
Right.
some things around him. So my thing is,
Mhm.
are you open to date other people? I'm not trying to, come between you and
Yes.
Carl, but are you open
Yes.
to date other people?
Yeah, it's this other guy. Um, is this other guy? He kind of favor I am Zaba. Shout out to I am Zaba. He's been wanting to date me. Got dreadlocks. He looked just like I am the Zaba. He's cute as a button. And he been trying to date me, try to date me. And I just was nervous. So you know what? Because I had already been dating cars, and now I can't be dating all the damn boys, man. I can't be dating all of me.
Well,
I can't
if
be
you're
dating.
dating, you're dating, and that's it, and you're getting to know people.
I
Maybe
don't
some
want
of
to be
those
with a
dates will
drunk.
be friends, but my thing is, Tommy, you, and my thing is, you'll know the right person when they. And it is what it is. But take your time. I just think that you're in a good space. You're not doing any excess drinking. I think
Mm-mm.
drinking is okay, but when you start doing it in excess, that becomes a problem. But I think that
Right.
you are doing well with that. It seems like you are getting along with life, and that's it. And my thing is, this YouTube stuff is television. It
I'm
is a
learning.
job.
I'm learning.
Do
I'm
not let
learning.
these people take you off because you don't know them. At least the ones who are attacking you, you don't know them.
Mm.
And my thing is, don't be regressive. Go back. Don't go back. You know what I'm saying? Keep moving forward. Ain't no hate towards nobody, but if somebody gets you in the situation, like I was telling somebody, I wasn't exploiting you all because at the end of the day, exploiting you all would tell y'all to fight or tell y'all to do X, Y, Z. But with me, I'm telling y'all, leave each other alone. Get counseling. And I've said that many times. Get counseling for yourself, and then
Pastor,
y'all
guess
need to get
what?
counseling for what's up?
It ain't nothing, miss. Yeah, I do need to get counseling. I'm glad you said that because I forgot to call Tell F. So I went to the dentist day before yesterday. I was so nervous and going on. The woman told me, she said, "You ain't got no cavities." I said, "Thank you, Jesus." So they turned around and did a cleaning the next day. And I was just a regular cleaner. So I'm going to give me some braces put on my teeth. I asked the one, she said, "It's a lady in her 70s with braces." I said, "Oh my God." I said, "Well, I'm 34 years old. I like to talk a lot." I said, "I talk a lot." So, I got to have it lined out. She told me, she said 34 and too old. I thought at 34, I'm like, it's too old. I'm too old for to be trying to get braces. So
Well,
that's my next journey of doing, this is doing a little
okay.
touching up.
Well, that's
Oh
good.
my
Well,
God.
look, I'm glad you're doing well. Somebody said, Carl is an imaginary friend. I don't think Carl is an imaginary friend. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, Tommy, date, take it slow. First of all, work on you. Like you said, you got your teeth clean. Start eating better. Go and do what you need to do for yourself, and that's it.
I love
Because let me
you,
tell you
Jay.
something,
I
Tommy.
love you.
Either people are gonna like you or hate you, and you can't stop it either way. But my thing is, you gotta love yourself, and this is why we were talking about what happened yesterday. Because as a content creator, and sometimes people love folk more than they love themselves, and that becomes a problem. And it's not selfishness, but when you love yourself, you don't you don't stay in situations that are not fruitful situations. That's all I'm gonna say. And I think that at the end of the day, people had some reservations. And let me say, Tommy, and I'm gonna be honest. When I first saw you, and I really didn't know what to take or how to take you, so I'm like, I'm gonna watch. I think where you went south with the people is those scenes where you all got physical with each other. And the unfortunate part is you were the one. who was always seen as being the physical aggressive
Right.
one. And so you kept on saying, well, this person ain't innocent, this person ain't innocent. And I think as time went on, we found out that that person was really not innocent. And that, none of y'all were innocent. Everybody had a part to play. But the thing is, people got mad because, people were like, well, y'all taking this man's side. But we saw somebody actually taking active moves to say, let me remove myself from this situation. And then the other people got mad because, oh, look at Jay Wilson not trying to get closer to Tommy. And that's not the case. I don't have a problem with Castro. Castro can click on this link like anybody else. I really don't have too much to say to him now. You know why? Because you all are not in a situation where you're together. You all are not together. So therefore, you don't have all of this foolishness going on. Therefore, nobody ain't saying nothing. How can I
Right.
say something if y'all ain't fighting? How can I say something if y'all not going hands and stuff?
No.
I can't say nothing. Hold on for a minute. All right, let me see. Okay, I know who that is. All right. What's up, sir?
What's up, Jay
Steph.
Wilson? Good morning.
Hey, I'm doing well. Good morning.
Good morning, Tommy.
Good morning.
So what's going on, Stephen?
Nothing. I'm just waiting for a response from Chimples for me putting out her apartments on my live. So I'm just waiting to hear back what she's got to say for herself.
Jay Wilson. Hold on, man.
Yeah,
I
hold
want to
on.
say this.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Hold on, Jay Wilson. Look, listen, Yolanda keep getting in my chat talking about drinking beer. God tell my life ain't drunk no beer. Why does this woman keep harassing me? I went in the state of
But this is
Arkansas to
the
do
thing.
something about this
Look,
woman.
look. See,
I'm
you
on
got
the
to
other
learn
phone.
how to.
Uh-oh.
Look. Hold on, Tommy. This is a prime example. Learn how to ignore people. Learn how to. I have learned how to ignore people in the chat. Unless I really want to fight with you, I ignore the
Yeah,
hell out of you.
yeah. When I'm
Learn
on a
how
panel,
not to get.
I don't even read the chat.
Yeah, I don't read the chat in panels. But my thing is, Tommy, the more you respond, because they happy when you respond, Tommy. You win when you don't. People can't fight. They can't fight with you if you ain't responding. Because now they're going to look like the ones who's hurt and aggressive.
Hmm.
So that's all I'm going to say to you. You do what you want to, but Yolanda will continue to mess with you as long as you continue to say why you messing with her. Because that's what she wants. That's what she wants. And I don't have a problem with Yolanda either. But I'm just telling you how the game works. So anyway, but
So what are
Steph,
they accusing you of, Tommy, saying that you had a beer or something like that?
and it's okay if Tommy
Mm.
had a beer. Let me say this.
Ain't
It's
nothing
okay
wrong
if
with
Tommy
drinking
had a
once in a
beer.
while.
The thing is when you have a beer and the police knocking on your door. The thing is when you're having a
That's
beer
true.
and you drunk and you driving. That's the problem. So
That's
if
true.
Tommy is
Yeah.
not doing that, I don't have a problem. You know what? I mean, look, I see everybody getting clear now. And I just think that it's good that Tommy and Castro are no longer in each other's faces because it seems like both of them are doing extremely well. They were not good together.
Mhm.
I think they're better apart than together. And I'm not trying to be
Yeah, I
negative.
don't know about both
Sometimes
doing
we are not
extremely
good.
well now.
Well, look, I'm trying to be nice, Tommy. So let's be nice. We're trying to be nice because some people say I'm against the man. So I ain't trying to, I'm trying to be nice with it. I'm not trying to be messy. You got to be a little diplomatic, Tommy. You got to be a little diplomatic with it. So anyway, but I want to hear from Stephen. What's going on with you? I seen what you did. I was a little perplexed, even though I don't agree with it. But like I said, it's not my
You
fight.
know, I don't like to
Go ahead.
go that route either, Jay Wilson. I really don't. I'm not known for doxing at all, but this particular bitch right there, she deserves everything she's get. She was digging around in my personal information. She was trying to get the obituary to my father's funeral, and I didn't do anything for her to be coming at me. So, it was time for me to try to take action against her because she goes around terrorizing people. She terrorizes people and digs around in other people's personal information, tries to put everybody else's information out. It's about time that she got a little bit of her own karma. And that's the
Okay.
only way to teach those people that type of lesson, her in particular, that lesson. So I just find it interesting that she ain't been around the last couple of days since I did that.
Wow. Well, I just think that it is really unfortunate that people have to do that. Um, but
And I have not been known. You can ask anyone. Like I'm not known for doxing people, but her in particular, she just deserves it because it's hot. She talks so much big shit on here, and she thinks she's safe on here. She thinks that she can't be touched, and everybody can be touched on here. She's been on here for so long and has talked drunk on the phone to people, and she forgets the conversations that she's had with people that she's fallen out with, that she left little crumbs that led back to her. So I mean, it's her own fault. She needs to be more careful and stop drinking.
Wow. I really didn't know it was really up and stuck with you all like that until, I saw that. And it's been a while since I've saw that. And of course, my thing is, I don't agree with that, but you can't continue to do what you do and think nobody's going to come back. And my thing is, I think a lot of people take other folks not doing anything, for weakness. But they don't understand that there's going to be somebody who's not going to do it.
How can you react to what she does? Because her thing is to put out people's personal information. That's how she responds to people. She doxes people, and she prouds herself on being anonymous or thinking that she's anonymous, so nobody can counteract anything that she does. But that's until now. So she thought she was safe and she could talk that big shit. But it's one thing, but she really does affect people in their real life. And you don't know how the things that she put out Shakim's freak Twitter. You don't know how that could have affected that man. You know what I mean? Like that's bullying, harassment.
That's what people do.
It's a lot of bullshit.
That's what people do. Unfortunately, that's what they do. But
that's all she does. So that's all that. She don't just leave it on YouTube. She takes everything off of YouTube. Everything she does is off of YouTube, and it involves people's personal lives. And I got tired of it. I got tired of her emailing and messaging people from my old sector, information, trying to get information on me, trying to find out my last name, my middle name, my father's name, my address. I got tired of it. It's been going on for a fucking year, and she don't have a fucking reason to go after me. The only reason she had an issue with me is because me and Shakim didn't get along when they first came over here. So she saw that and she wanted to be up under Shakim's nuts. So she took on his beef, and that's the only reason she didn't like me. But me and Shakim are good now. So, but she still don't like me for some reason. But I've left that bitch alone, but she keeps pushing and pushing and poking and poking and pushing. And there's only so much one person can take.
So I got a question for you. So where do you think this is gonna go? Where do you think this is gonna go? Because
I still got some more work to do on her. I still got to I got her job that I have to work on. Delaware's a small place, so it won't take very much to find that out. But I will be letting them know about her activities online, about how she harasses people online, and about how she's possibly using her workplace database as a way to dox people on here. So I will be escalating this further. So I'm still in the process
this is why I tell people.
I was just giving people a little sneak. I was just giving her a little sneak peek is into that. I'm in your area, bitch, and I'm very close, and I'm closing in on you.
And this is why I tell people, come on, do your show, put your AdSense up, and move on. don't do all of this foolishness. It's not really worth it in the end.
Especially
really
people ain't even thinking about you. I was not thinking about this bitch, but she'll go from panel to panel, bringing people's names up, bringing my name up when I ain't been talking about her. Just leave me the fuck alone. I kept telling her to leave me alone, but she won't. She don't know how to like stay off from someone. She has to keep harassing people. There's something wrong with that bitch.
Well, I'm just sorry that it has to come to this way. I wish it could be resolved, but some people have that mindset, and this is the sad part about YouTube, and this is why I say the girls are not well, because at the end of the day, just do your show and leave. My thing is, if you get upset because somebody has said something to you, then you may need to lay off of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna go try to find Stefan's information or so on and so forth. Because if I'm that upset, then I need to go.
If you take her off a panel, if you boot her off a panel, she gets upset and she'll react to that. She'll porn bomb you, like the instance was that she had with Ness. Ness let Brian up on her panel, and Brian cussed her ass out.
Gentlemen, give me a quick minute. I gotta step inside this building. I will be right back. I gotta go pick up something. I will be right back. Give me a minute. Y'all hold it down. I'll be right back.
I'll keep telling the story.
I don't want to exploit the gay men, okay? But I appreciate it, because girls will be saying I'm exploiting you all. I'll be right back.
Well, that's the thing that she was doing. Like I was saying, what she was doing, what she did with Ness. Ness let Brian up on her panel, and Brian was cussing and dragging the fuck out of Dimples. And Dimples wanted help from Ness for whatever reason. Ness wasn't involved in it. And instead of going back and forth at Brian, who was tearing her motherfucking ass up, she went at Ness and porn bombed her channel. So those are the stupid type of things that she does. Instead of going back at the person that's coming for her, she will blame the channel holder, and then she'll do something real grimy. And she's known for porn bombing people and putting their channels at jeopardy. But this bitch has had it coming, and I'm loving it. I'm just in the midst of my investigation, and I'm pursuing it. And I don't feel any type of ways about it. Now, normally I'm against doxing. I am against doxing. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to put her work information out here, but for my own personal satisfaction, I'm going to be pursuing it on my end, just so it's for my own well-being, so that I know I'm protected. So I'm not saying I'm going to come on here and let you all know where she works at, but I will be following up with where she works at, so I can let them know of what type of activities that she's engaged with online, because it's been a long time coming, and it's her just due. So I don't feel any type of ways about it. But typically I don't like doxing either. I don't promote it. I don't like that shit. But this is a special type of case. A special type of case for a special ugly face beanbag shaped bitch. And that's it. Let me read the comments. What's up, Rodney? Right, exactly. I don't feel sorry for her either. Why? I mean, just like she did. Wasn't she trying to fuck with you, Rodney, too? I forget what she was trying to do with you, but she was trying to do something real fucked up with you too, Rodney.
Hey, good morning. How are you? It's me, Vivian. Hey, channel. Y'all know I'm nosy as hell. So listen, let me ask you this.
Hi, Vivian.
How do you know that the information that you have is true?
Because okay, so my source is very reliable.
And I'm not
just like
asking
Diva.
you, and I'm not going to ask you your source, because you never give us your source.
I can't. I'm not going to do
Because
that
you might
either.
need
But
some other information.
well,
But go ahead.
So this is what. That's why I said this. Let me tell you this. So Dimples is an alcoholic, and she does talk to people when she gets drunk, and she forgets things that she does or that she has said. the following day or the following couple days, and she has fallen out with a lot of people that she has gotten close to. So I'll just put it like that. If you can read in between the lines with that, she's fallen out with a
I
lot of
can't.
people that she has talking to, and that she has said certain things to that has led back to her.
So yeah, you're right, and I understand that. Okay, and that's
So
the
all
thing.
I needed was a
Folks
little
need to
tidbit
stop
of
pillow.
information to get that. Yeah.
People need to stop pillow talking.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Vivian.
No, I was saying I understand that part. So people need to stop pillow talking. So
Well, yeah, and stop drinking and talking on the phone with people online, sloppy drunk, and not remembering all the things that you said. And she drops little tidbits of information, and just those little bits of information, they eventually add up to lead back to where your whereabouts. And she is so grimy to people, talks so much shit on people.
so my question is, when you just chilling, you know what I'm saying? Would you be on a panel and she just show up and start bothering you or what? And I think you might be on mute. Can you hear me? I think you're on mute.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Go
Oh,
ahead.
okay, my bad. My phone went dark. So she would be like she would tap into like Brianna's panel. I wouldn't even be on YouTube at the time, and I wouldn't find out until hours later at the end of the day that this bitch brought my name up. Like she would just be talking nasty about me for no absolute reason, just spreading gossip that she heard from my old sector, just bringing my name up. And she would do that, go on panel tours on this panel, on that panel, and I wouldn't even be talking about her. She would be bringing and volunteering my name up. So she's literally started with me, and this was at a time that no one over here in the B sector even knew who I was. I only had 400 subscribers. I wasn't hitting panels at that time. Nobody knew who I was. So she literally started with me on behalf of Shakim, because me and Shakim didn't get along at the time. We do, but she literally took that beef on for herself. So she literally just started with me out of nowhere. So I don't try to start or engage in battle with anybody intentionally on purpose on like first. They have to start with me and continue that. So this has been going on for at least a year now, like where she has been doing this continuously, bringing my
So
name
my
up over and over again.
so my question is, now this is just me asking. This is just Vivian asking. Because I just got a whole totally different vibe as you about this YouTube stuff. Because
Hmm.
I figured if I ain't see it, I ain't hear it, it didn't happen. It didn't
Yeah.
might have happened, but I don't care that much. Why do you care that much?
Why do I care that much? Because it's going to keep on happening. She's going to keep continuing to harass me and harass other people until someone teaches her a lesson. And the only way to teach a bully a lesson is when you handle with them the same way they deal with others. She's a doxer, so she's going to get her ass doxed. And so she can see how it feels and see what it feels like on the other side.
So you would actually literally go and put yourself down in the mud to hold somebody else down there? I'm just asking.
With this particular person, yes, I will. I absolutely will with this particular person because she's just right down the road from me. So it don't take very much effort for me to investigate into what she's got going on. So with this particular person, she absolutely deserves it. There's way too many people that she has messed with that didn't deserve it for her to sit around here just chilling, being cute and not being touched. It's overdue. It's just overdue.
You right. It sounds like he matching energy. It sounds like you matching energy. But I'm just gonna say this.
But
How
this
old are you?
is
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you, sweetheart?
I'm 38.
But yeah, you got energy. Maybe yeah, you got energy. Cause I'm gonna tell you, I'm 55. I'll be 56 this year. Baby, I just ain't got the mental bandwidth to be doing foolishness.
And I
And
agree
it's
with
just
you. And
it
I'm
is
like that too. I'm like that too. And normally I let things just roll off my back. But this person did try to mess in my personal life about something that was very like personal to me. I mean, I lost my father last year, and for her to trying to like actively try to find his obituary and try to find out his funeral information and emailing people behind the scenes stuff, try to get my information. I mean, you've crossed the line at that point. Like, I've never had somebody do that to me on YouTube. I've never had somebody try to come that close to me to try to hurt me, like to that
baby,
matter.
baby. Let me tell you something. Do you know I've actually had people that call my church?
I believe it.
I've had people that
I've heard
call
some
my church.
crazy things over here.
And the thing is, when they call my church, see, they don't understand. I go to a different type of church. A lot of people there are my family. I live in a small town, so you know what I'm saying. And there is a lot of rotten people here on YouTube, and they doing what they do. You right, Rodney. Rodney, you was right. They doing what they do, but you gotta decide how you want to handle yourself and rise above or whatever. But look, baby, how you handle it is how you handle it. I'm just
But
saying with me, I mean,
but the thing with it is, if I don't do anything, and if I stop where I'm at, this person's going to continuing doing what they're doing to other people, continue to harass other people until she gets what she's been doing to people done to her. That's the only way to stop her. She don't get it. She don't fucking get it. Cussing her out's not going to do it. Threatening her on YouTube's not going to do it. She wants to be touched in person. That's what she's been asking for. That's the only way to stop this type of bully.
so my question is, once you touch her in person, then what?
I can't tell you that. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I guess we'll have to find out.
I got you. I got you. I got you.
But I just want
I
her to
would be
leave people
interested.
alone. Stop getting in people's personal lives and their information. Stop trying to look up people's divorce records. Stop trying to look up people's property information and stop putting it on your community wall. Stop looking up people's people of their pictures of their parents and their family. Stop doing all of it. Just stop it, cuz nobody's doing this to her. Cuz she's up until this point is anonymous. So that's why she felt compelled to do that, because she felt protected to do that and bully people on here, because she thought that nobody knew anything on her.
I'm gonna tell you what I would like to know. Does Dimple live her life as a man or a woman?
As nah, I'm not. I think she does about half and half. I think she goes to work as a man, as far as I know. So, and she dress up on the weekends like as a woman, but she doesn't live full time as a woman. As far as I'm as much as I know right now. So it
Yolanda, I
sounds
don't
like
worry
she's
about
like it seems like she's
Yolanda.
like a
Hold on.
cross dresser. Yeah.
Yolanda told me that Tommy talked about me. Guess what? I ain't worried about Tommy talking about me because Tommy don't know me. Tommy don't know me, and nobody cares about Tommy. I don't even watch him. I keep telling y'all, I don't watch these people, so they don't exist to me.
What would Tommy be saying? I don't know. Where'd G Wilson go? He got business to take care of.
He'll be right back.
Okay, well, I just give you a heads up. If I disappear off here, it's because my phone's at 2%. So
Okay, I understand, baby.
yeah, it's not because I just dipped off. It's because my phone's about to die.
So, but yeah, I just wanted to figure that out. So, I mean, because I'm not trying to get you to tell your strategy and everything, because you don't
Yeah,
want to do that, because you can't
no,
reveal but so much.
right,
Because
yeah,
unlike me, unlike me, you're a younger young man, so you got, more to lose than I do. I ain't got nothing to lose, y'all.
Well,
So
here's
when
the thing is I know more on Dimples than she knows on me. That's the thing. So I'm in a better position than Dimples is. That's why you haven't heard from Dimples in a minute. She ain't hitting. I haven't seen her hit no panels. And then the way her reaction based on the information I put out, it just confirmed everything. If I had the wrong information, why would she get out of her body about and telling Shakim that I put her safety at risk if I had the wrong location? Why would she care? Her her reaction told everything I needed to know.
we do
And
be telling on ourselves. We do be telling on ourselves.
right, that's psychology 101. If first off, if someone was to dox me and they had the wrong address, I wouldn't give a fuck. Like I would just continue on with my life. But if you had the
I
right
tell
address, then
anybody,
I would start flipping out.
listen, I tell anybody if they want to come on down to 378 Quick Stop in McCormick, South Carolina and see me, come on down. Buy some stuff. We got a liquor store next door. We got food, everything. So come on down. But just let them know that Vivian sent you.
Yeah, and I mean it's unfortunate it does have to get to this point, but I really, really, really feel like um that's the only way to deal with this type of person. They don't listen to reason. They don't listen to reason. I've had to have I tried to have calm, cordial conversations with this person. They don't want to do that. You think that you're okay with the person. 5 minutes later they hit a different panel talking shit about you. This bipolar up and down and back and forth stuff is just too much. They don't listen to rhyme or reason. So I have to deal with
But
this person a
baby,
different type of way.
it ain't no friends on YouTube, right?
Exactly. Yep.
Ain't no friends on YouTube. And these folks won't continue to do what they did. I mean,
That
just do what
that
they
that
do.
that is true, but with this particular person, like I just know that they weren't. If the situations were reversed and she had the information on me that I got on her,
Oh,
she
that
would
shit
be
would have been
going.
on Lipstick Alley.
Oh
That shit
yeah,
would have
she
been on
would have been.
Lipstick Alley.
Oh, yeah, she would have did put everything out and more. I'm being very tactful with this. I'm not putting out everything, and I've been sitting on this for at least a month. So I've not did like I'm addressing this completely differently than how she would address it. So I'm giving her at least a little bit of tact with how I'm operating with this. Like I said, and when I even find out her employer, I'm not even going to put that out. I'm going to handle it personally myself and let them know what she's been doing on here. I'm not going to let you all know where she
Well,
works
well,
at.
well, stop telling everything you're gonna do because you shouldn't tell all your plans. Because I'm like this: unless you're willing to do is say, "Look, I did it, and I'm willing to take my lumps and bumps for it." Don't tell everything you're gonna do. You ain't gotta let your right hand know what your left hand doing.
You're right. You're right. Miss Vivian, my phone is about to die, but I'm gonna jump down. Thank y'all for having me up, though, Miss Vivian. It's been a pleasure speaking to y'all. I'll keep
Okay.
y'all update on what's to come. All
The
right, bye,
question
y'all.
was, are you doing this for Ness?
No, this has nothing to do with Ness. I just explained what she did to me personally. What she did to me personally, trying to get my father's obituary after my father passed. So she did something specifically, directly
Maybe.
to
Listen,
me.
I understand that. I understand that. But I was just wondering if that's what it was. Y'all don't know where Jay at. Jay done did his big boy thing. He done did his big boy thing. He said, I'll be right back. And Jay left, y'all. I don't know what's wrong with him. So anyway, Gub's girl, me too, honey, found you on where I used to be at. I need you, honey, because you're a big help and can direct me to some good content creators. All right, all right, all right. So, y'all listen. I heard what he said. He done told some stuff. I wouldn't have told that much. I wouldn't have told that much. But he told a lot. Now, like I told him, unless he like me and willing to say, look, I did it and I'm ready to go do whatever, I wouldn't have did it. But y'all, I'm dropping down. I'm gonna go and call Jay and tell him to come turn off his live stream because it's ridiculous. He just disappear on folk like that, like he just doing what he do. All right, y'all, and I'm going to wash the rest of my clothes for the day because that's what I do. While I got some time off, I'm getting my life back in order. Thank you, Puff Puff. Thank you. Thank y'all. And for all of y'all that been praying for me, thank y'all. Listen, I'm just getting back into a new normal. I'm good with it, y'all. I am good with it. Hey, Locked and Lovely, how you doing? Let me go through and speak to some people. Dre Day, Rotten A, Puff Puff, Gubs Girl, Jenny Jen, TMC. It's a bitsy. Yes, God. Y'all listen. We thank y'all for coming over here and hanging out with us. Y'all know where Jay at. Jay is doing his big boy thing. I don't know what's going on. You say take my time. Listen, y'all. People, my family and my church family and everything, they have been very, very worried about me. They've been very, very worried about me because they said they can't believe how somebody just is not like falling apart that spent that much intimate time with their parent and buried them. Y'all already get rid of my mother while my mother was still here. So I'm good now, y'all. I'm really good. Good morning, young. How you doing? Well, they calling me from the quick stop. I gotta go to work. I gotta go to work. And I think one of my workers quit today. So he ain't coming back to work. So y'all click off. I'm gonna text Jay Wilson, tell him to cut off his live stream. But we love y'all over here at the site. And y'all come on back and visit us. I'm quite sure y'all know he'll be back for lunch. Anyway, I'm out, y'all. Peace.
I'm so sorry. Baby, let me see what y'all saying. Baby, I had to do something, baby. The people kept in to holler. Everybody trying to holler. I am so sorry. Let me see what y'all. Baby, I did step away. Ooh, I did step away. Jay is entertaining the courtroom. Jay stepped away. Okay, did they get Diddy? Did they get Diddy? 3 not guilty, 2 guilty. It's not a RICO case. Okay, so tell me what's going on, y'all. I'm so sorry. I am back, boo. Not guilty of sex trafficking for Jane Doe. Ooh, he may get off because you know the girls thought he was done. 4 not guilty, 1 guilty. So what do you all think that's gonna mean? Well, you know they're gonna get him civilly. So if they don't get him criminally, and if he gets off, they'll get him civil. They'll take him civilly to court. So they'll do a civil trial. My God, today, y'all, I am so sorry, but I had to go. And maybe the girls was they was talking to me, and I'm like, look, I gotta go. Wrote my phone all up in the car. Y'all think he gonna walk? Less time. The one he's guilty could do 10 years. Oh Lord. Well, look, y'all, I am so sorry. I walked away, but I thought I was gonna be back in like a couple of minutes. Run in, run out. Everybody wanted to holler. Everybody, hey. I'm like, okay, I gotta go, Mister. I gotta go to school. I had to go. My God, today. Okay, y'all, I'm back. So I want to thank Tommy and Stephen for holding it down as much as they could. Thank you all, Tommy and Stephen, for holding it down. Thank y'all for holding it down, boo. Oh my goodness. Ooh-wee. So let me see what y'all saying. Guilty on 2 counts, not RICO, according to Tisa Telly. Well, did they start reading it out yet? Did they start reading it out yet? My God, today. It's on ABC now. Okay, y'all keep me informed because I'm gonna be on YouTube. Keep me informed because I'm gonna be on. I'm getting ready to come on camera in a couple of minutes. Well, it's gonna be very interesting, you all. People have been waiting for this. It's a lot been going on. A lot been going on. Okay. All right, you all. I'm back. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, y'all, I didn't know I was gonna be this long. I didn't know. I didn't know it was gonna take this long. So somebody said, okay, guilty on 2 of 5 counts. Watching MSNBC.
I tried
What's
to
up,
stay here
Viv?
as long as I could, but I had to go.
Okay, Viv. Hold on
I'm
for a
just
minute,
saying.
y'all. Viv, hold on for a minute. I gotta come in and come out because it's not catching on my Bluetooth. Hold on.
He always got to go in, come out, go in, come out. I love me some Jay Wilson. He is hilarious to me. And for those people that be atting me and sending me comments, I don't care. I don't even care. All right, so what they got Diddy on?
Okay, Bill, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What they get Diddy on?
I don't know. The girls, they putting it in the chat. I mean, so I gotta watch the road now. But they said they didn't get him on the RICO charge, so I don't know. I knew it was gonna be interesting because when they had gotten the 4 charges, but they still was working on one, I'm like, oh, that don't sound too, it's yeah. So we'll see. We will see. What's been going on, Viv?
Abraham, I don't know who you are, but don't get blocked, baby.
What did Abraham say?
No, I had before you left, I had said I don't for those people who keep atting me and saying stuff. I don't know these people and I don't watch them. So stop sending me notes because I don't care that much.
The last thing I heard was Stephen talking about Lady Dimples and what's going on, and that was it. And I left after that, and then I encouraged Tommy to continue to go on with his life and to date and be, yeah. But that's the last thing. So then everybody's talking about the Diddy situation now. So yeah. So please keep us up to date with the Diddy situation. Bill, can you see the chat?
I can see the chat.
Okay.
So we wait and
So
see. They say
so we
3
wait.
not guilty. He's still going to do time. That's what Issy Bissy said.
So 3 not guilty, but he's still gonna do time. So what are the 3 not guilties from? What is he not
And
guilty of?
Gub's girl say, okay, guilty on 2 of the 5 counts.
So he's guilty on 2 of the 5 counts. So what is he guilty on, and what is he innocent, not guilty of, rather? So can y'all help me? What is he guilty of, and what is he not? What are the 2 things? There's only 5 counts. So what are the 2 counts that he's guilty of, and what are
It
the
say
3?
3 not guilty and 2 guilty. The one he's guilty in on he could do 10 years.
Okay,
Somebody else
but y'all
might
don't.
walk up. He's guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution.
Okay. All right, he's guilty of that. And what was the other one?
And that's to victim 1 and 2.
Okay, we'll see what happens. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. I think a lot of the ladies messed up when they were saying, I mean, they said Cassie was even, arranging some of this stuff to happen. And so they said that it didn't look too well, it didn't look too good. So, I mean, yeah.
Max 10 to 15 years so far, guilty of transportation people for prostitution.
Okay. Interesting. 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 So do y'all really think he's gonna serve some time? Y'all think he's gonna serve some time?
And ain't part of this time he been sitting in jail gonna be part of his time too?
Yeah, because he's been in jail. So he's been in jail.
And
So
do you think the jail is gonna get harder on him? Issy Bissy say 10 years each.
Wow. So he may spend some time. He may spend
2
some
counts
time in
guilty
the
of racketeering.
2 counts guilty racketeering. He's gonna spend some time in jail. Yeah. He's gonna spend some time in there. 2 counts of racketeering. So, well, he didn't get caught up in that RICO. That would have really done him away. But so he's gonna have to spend some time. I don't see anywhere around it. I don't see anywhere around it.
That dude Rico with some hard charges.
Mm-mm-mm.
Rico
So
with some
he got
hard charges.
2 counts of racketeering. So with 10 years each, that's 20. He's gonna serve some time. 1 year. Now he's in jail. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna serve some time. But it depends on where he's gonna serve the time. You know, is he gonna serve the time on at Club Fed? Because you know, yeah, he may be at a Club Fed. He may not be in a really maximum security. You know how that is. They're gonna put him at a Club Fed. Anyhow,
You say it's
well,
not 10
Pandora,
years each?
what is it then? If it's not 10 years each, what is it for each one? That's what I'm trying to say. Because each one has a maximum. So what is the maximum for each? That's all I'm asking. I'm like, is it 10 years apiece? Is it what is the maximum? What's up, hypnotic judge? It's 10 years for both. Child, bye. He might serve 2, or might be out on probation. Okay. Interesting. 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 I got you. Probably a few years in jail, yeah. Interesting.
The judge asked him to release him today.
Mm. Wow. Yeah, the judge hadn't sentenced. I got you. The judge hadn't sentenced yet. I got you. It's just interesting to see what's going on, you all. Anyway,
If he
it's just
hasn't sentenced him, he might not even get sentenced to tomorrow sometime. We don't know.
yeah, we don't know, but it's just interesting that he has 2 charges that he's been found guilty on, and they are the racketeering charges, and then the big charges they were not guilty. So we'll see. We will see. At the end of the day, though, how's everybody doing? I am so sorry that I just had to go in and say some hello to some people. Baby, folks just like, hey, how you doing? And I mean, who they want to talk? I'm like, okay, I gotta go. I got to go. Anyway, I need to find a McDonald's because I need to get me a egg McMuffin, honey. Woo-wee.
I'm sitting up here eating popcorn early this morning.
Well, I need an egg McMuffin with you. Some coffee. I had some tea, but I need a little egg McMuffin and coffee on today. So anyway, I was just talking about exploitation on today, and I was just saying how Lolo, I guess if we're gonna call a thing, I guess she's been exploited. She done gave somebody 30 of her $50 and bought them a headbud, and they told her to shut up, Vivian. Vivian, I'm telling you, that's really rude. But anyway, we were talking about.
Wait a minute, she gave them 30 of her $50 and they told her to shut up.
Well, yeah, so Lemon talked very harshly to Lolo, and Lolo was crying. Child Lolo was crying. I'm like, oh my God, Lolo. And this is the thing, you wouldn't let your son talk to you that way, but you let this man disrespect you. But anyway, it is what it is. I think it's a form of exploitation myself. I really do. But my thing is, I'm not mad at it because that's Lemon's panel. Lolo is the wrong person. If that's what she wants, that's what she wants. If that's what she thinks she deserves, so forth, so let it be. So I was just saying that, I heard all of this outcry about the Castro and Tommy situation and the Brian and Rose situation, but people are overlooking a few things with this Lolo and Lemon situation. So it is what it is. This is why I stopped giving donations a year ago. Yeah. It's really interesting, you all. And like I said, This is why I do my AdSense and I put my advertisements in because you know, yeah, it works two ways, you all. It really works two ways. Either you giving somebody money and they think that they're all powerful and they can talk to somebody any kind of way. But the flip side of that is when people give you money, they think they own you and they think that they have a say in what you do. And this is why I tell people, you can give money all day long to me, but I'm going to do my platform like I want to do my platform, and no one is going to control it. So it goes both ways. Child Lolo sat right up there all night. She said, Lemon is her friend. Child, I know. God bless Lolo. I heard, but I
Ain't
think
no
it's
friends on
exploitation.
YouTube.
It ain't. It ain't.
Ain't no friends on YouTube.
But then he wanted to blame it on the alcohol, and people were very upset. And I think, I like Lolo, but in the business aspect of it, and I'm looking at the business aspect of it, I think a lot of people are going to pull back. I think a lot of people are going to pull back because they're going to say, Lolo, you done helped this man. You've done all of this, and the third. But he tells you to shut up, gives you a half-assed apology, and then y'all good, and he wants to be your friends and so on. But this has been going on and on and on.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing, Jay Wilson. People ran
and Lolo
here.
Is my age. Me and Lolo, we the same age. And my thing is, no, you're not going to disrespect me. But at the end of the day, if that's what Lolo wants, that's what Lolo gets. Whatever Lolo wants, if that's what she wants. And I'm not mad. I like Lolo. I just don't like the situation that Lolo was in.
But Jay, this is the thing. With us being older, people, we should have some type of discernment. But the other thing is, I ain't saying nobody up on here, my friend. You just got to understand the nature of the beast. People say, "Oh, Vivian keep going over there and Jay Wilson playing her face." Guess what? I know the nature of Jay Wilson. I understand Jay Wilson running his channel, and it's a show to him. And I understand every time I get up here and talk, I'm part of the show. And guess what? I'm part of the show and I get what I get, but I understand. I don't make any misconceptions or anything of the sort to act
What's
like.
Up, real mama? What's up, real mama TP?
Hey, good morning to y'all.
Good morning.
Good morning, real mama.
Oh, in terms of Lolo, I don't feel sorry for her. I have pitied her since she came back from Vegas. When she came back, she was acting like they had done nothing wrong to her. Then finally she changed her mind. She is a flip-flopper. And if you're listening, Lolo, that's how I feel about you. You're a flip-flopper. And you're a damn fool for going back on that panel last night. No excuse. And to give him money? Oh, I'm going to just say it. That's stupid. Okay, Viv. I had to get that out. Because I feel that way sincerely. That was stupid of her. It's no way I'd have gone back on his panel. I think a lot of her...
Hypnotic touch, you tripping, baby.
Huh?
No, hypnotic touch, ask the question.
Oh.
It ain't Vivian. Hey, Locked and Lovely.
But yeah.
I agree with you because that was disrespect. And my thing is, it's his expectation now because you all have enabled him to say anything that he wants. All he has to do is give you a half-assed apology, and then you'll be right on back. And that's what he banks on. But hey, it is what it is. Hey, I just don't want people to talk about Jay Wilson to exploit people.
Well, Pandora,
I don't want people to say Jay Wilson exploit people.
You're right. Some people do just want to be accepted in a mix, and it is really weird, and they will do anything. But see, like I said, you got to also understand who you dealing with. Like I said, Jay Wilson and I, we ain't friends. We 1099s.
And we understand where
1099.
we stand at with each other. So that's why we don't have any issue. And when people be saying he playing in your face, he ain't playing in my face.
I ain't playing in nobody's
Because
face, because at the end of the day,
I understand my position, he understand his.
but y'all playing in our face, because we see what y'all trying to do. We see y'all from the door, all the way from the door. So
Yes,
again,
Lord.
Vivian been in this thing for a minute, okay? Vivian have been in this thing for a minute. We see y'all at the door, and you had a lady over there, Teddy Riley, baby mama, trying to tear up some things. We done, baby, you just don't know. You just don't know. So I just sit here and laugh at some of you all. But if that's what Lolo want to do, hey, knock yourself out. But don't tell me I'm exploiting people and I'm doing this and this. And we see Lemon and what Lemon is doing and how Lemon talk to his people. And so I think he's exploiting them as well. So again, I just think that if you like me, then it is what it is. If you don't, it is what it is as well. But no. I'm seeing what's going on. Now, I ain't mad at Lemon, because if people want to do that, then they gonna do it. And you ain't gonna stop people from doing what they want to do. If Lolo feels that she needs to do that, let her do it. But Mama Fifi, I'm with you, because when he was picking at her walking, that would have been the next thing. I mean, it would have been
Yes.
up and stuck in. But hey, it is what it is. If Lolo likes it, I love it. It is what it is. But we talking about it today because people see. And I just think that sometimes it mess up your branding and what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish. But, and it's sad that Binary, aka Binarity, can come over there and do his little thing and get paid well. And y'all still up there hovering around Limit and don't got nothing to show for it. But Binary took the reins and said, you know what? I'm going to make this work for me. So it is what it is.
Yes, he did. And she is
He
not
made
a
it work for
victim.
him.
She is not a victim. She chose to do that. And I believe a lot of it has to do with her physical disability. She wants to be accepted. And because of that, she probably feel less than, which is wrong. She ought to be as proud of herself as she can, because that's the body and the cards she was dealt with. That's why when I had that camera slip, I didn't stop coming on here. I didn't give a damn. That's me.
Mm.
Like it or love it. But you
Mm-hmm.
couldn't shame me. I don't care all the shit they talk. I dropped down and told them, I ain't ashamed. So what? What's next? And that's
Okay.
what she need to do. Be proud of who she is. She
Mm.
can't change that disability. And
Mm.
yeah, she can't walk straight. And being that she can't, he exploits her. He know. Everybody know, really. But no, I don't feel sorry for her. I don't felt sorry for her long enough. Right now, she part of the shit show. So I don't even go over there. Occasionally I will go over there and talk about him in the chat, and then leave. But I haven't stayed there more than 5-10 minutes in months, because there's no need. I know how he feel about me, so I don't play games, and I don't care. See, that's the
Mm-hmm.
thing. You can't care about how somebody feels about you. That's their
You can.
feelings.
You can.
Right.
You really can.
So y'all think she might got a crush on Lemon?
Hell no. Oops, I'm sorry. No,
No,
Okay.
I'm talking about Lolo.
Lolo, I know it. That's what you're talking about. No more. She said she loved him. She don't love him.
Who husband Lolo messing with?
Somebody in the chat says she messing with somebody's husband.
That's what uppity
Mm-mm.
rotten girls say. Say she can't walk straight, but she can mess with people's husbands,
Oh,
allegedly.
you know what? I'm so sorry. I need to get rid of that. That's the one. I'm so sorry. I need to cut this one up.
I don't know. I don't really
And you
believe
think she got a crush on Lemon, uppity
Thank
rotten
you. I
girl?
appreciate it. Ooh, Lord Jesus.
Yeah, and I
I need.
believe Lemon has a crush on Audio, and she have a crush on him. If you want to be
Mm-mm,
honest,
mm-mm,
oh
mm-mm.
yeah, that's why Audio slithered his ass over
I'm
here the other
caught
day.
Thank
up
you.
in a
I
three-way
appreciate it.
love affair.
You too.
Shit.
All right, y'all. I got
And
my
who's Miss
coffee.
Bonnie? Hold on. Who is Miss Bonnie Drip? Miss Bonnie about Drip. Who's Miss Bonnie and Drip?
Oh Lord. Yes, Charlie. I have two cards. I have two debits. I have an old one and I have this new one. So one of them did. But look, so let me come on in here because I know it's going to be a big thing. So look, I have my McDonald's coffee and I have my meal.
Wait a
Let
minute.
me.
Okay. So Issy
So
Bitsy,
this
you
one
saying
declined. So
Lolo's
I got to
son
cut
is
that one
Lemon
off.
age and he don't have a crush. She don't
And
have a crush.
this one, the one that worked. So it's just that simple. But honey, I know the girls is gonna have a field day. But yeah, so I need to cut that up.
Hey y'all, I really don't know
Charlie
what's going
girl,
on.
no,
And for
Charlie
those
girl, you
that
know
know
that
me,
baby. This is why I gotta come on, Charlie, because baby, they'll have me with declining cards, but I do need to cut that card up
well,
because
I'm
I have to
gonna
cut.
say this. For those of you who I'm asking questions because I ain't really been listening and I ain't been looking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't know anything about her messing with someone's husband. I don't go over there now.
Okay, so Lolo said she don't see Lemon as her son, and she don't see herself as his mama. She see him as a grown man. How old is Lemon?
Lemon
I
is in
guess
his 30s.
yes, and it is that age, depending on how high he is, off a teleport. But he in his 30s somewhere. I hope for his liver's sake that he stops drinking because I know people who have died of cirrhosis of the liver in their 30s. One was 38, but nevertheless, his liver couldn't take it anymore. And it's a long line for liver transplants. And the alcoholic who continued to drink, they wouldn't even put him on the roll. So yeah, he needs to go in somebody's rehab.
So Charlie, thank you for bringing that up, Charlie, honey, because the girls is gonna run with that, but I need to cut that one up because it's a debit card, and so I had a fraud alert, and I had to cut it up because I had to get a new card. But I didn't cut it up, so I got to cut it up. I grabbed the wrong one. But child, the girls is gonna honey. Ooh, they gonna have a field day. But look, this is what you got to show them at the end. I got what I needed. My God, today.
Wait a minute. My question is, so Mama Fifi, the question is, didn't you used to be on Lemon Panel every night?
Yes, I was over there for a minute with the shit. I like to be messy, but I pulled away once I had my grandbaby because I could not talk like that with my grandbaby around. So I end up pretty much staying off. I don't even come on here when my grandbaby is
Y'all,
over here most of the time.
y'all,
So yeah, yeah, I was over there.
I don't know if Catherine was up there or not.
Yeah, she been over there, but I was on there even more. Yeah, usually the going over there initially going after Jay Dunn and her bullshit. That's where I could catch her and say what I needed to say or wanted to say over on his panel, which now he don't realize them doing that. It's so many instances where he can be struck. They over there wilding out. He has not changed since YouTube changed his rules. He don't give a damn. So it's just a matter of time, I believe, before somebody who's pissed starts striking him for those offenses that occur over there. I mean, bullying. Um, that's the everyday occurrence over there. But yeah, I used to be over there. I haven't gone over there, like I say, about 4. I go over there, but I don't. I haven't been on the panel. I jumped on the panel once when this chick kept buying down Diva, uh, Diva T Tomboy, and when she did it, I think don't act ish. I believe was her name. Malik jumped up there and said that he would pay whatever the woman paid. And I jumped up and said I'd support him and I'd pay too to keep Diva on the panel. Diva's been my friend for years. So yeah, at least 5, 6
Hold
years.
on, Mama Fifi. You too damn old to have friends on YouTube. I keep telling you, I ain't no friends on YouTube.
I couldn't hear that.
I
Well,
said,
well,
I
my
said you are too old to have friends on YouTube. You ain't no friends
okay.
on YouTube.
When I say friends, I've known her. No, it's true. There are no friends. But that was just I used the wrong terminology. But yes, I've known her. I've been an acquaintance of her for those years. So yeah, that's what I meant. Thank you for the correction.
Well, let me ask you this: do you think she would have uh paid for you to stay up there on the panel? I'm just asking for a friend.
Yeah, I had an instance when it was. That's why I yes. It wasn't over here. Um it was in the black sector. But yes. So that's
Well,
why.
of course it wasn't over here because Jay Wilson ain't charging nobody to put you down.
No, he don't do that. Well, just one instance because he felt like
I have done it occasionally. Occasionally.
it.
I'll never say never.
Right. But now he doesn't do it regularly, you know,
He doesn't
Hmm.
make a habit of it of paying to put other people down.
allowing that. No, he doesn't. No. And the haters know that. That's why a lot of them don't come over here,
Okay,
among
so let me
other
put this out.
reasons.
Let me put this statement out because I know it's gonna get out and the girls gonna have some tea. So Jay Wilson went to McDonald's to get an egg McMuffin in his coffee that he has in hand, as you can see. Mm. Jay Wilson pulled out the wrong debit card. It's an old debit card that I need to cut up. The lady said this ain't working. Oh, I'm sorry. I got the debit card that is current, and I got my meal. I just want to show you I got the coffee, so I'm not running around with cards that ain't working. But I just want you to know now the girls is gonna spin it, but you got the real tea right here. I just want y'all to know that because the girls is gonna spin that. Mm-hmm. Speak to like I'm
So
saying,
now,
girl, because you know the girls gonna
we
come
need to
on.
cash. Now we need to cash app Jay Wilson some money because his credit cards don't work and he ain't got no money. Thank y'all.
Ooh, baby, don't do
Somebody,
that. Don't do that because I'm
somebody drop
scamming the
his.
girls now. I'm scamming the girls now. Okay, I already done got a water heater and a water softener. Now I'm scamming the girls. I'm scamming the girls. Anyway, I don't take it seriously, y'all. It is what it is. Excuse me, I don't take it seriously. It is what it is.
See,
For years.
that's why you have to understand who people. That's why you got to understand who you deal with and how you deal with them. You get what I'm saying? That's why you got to understand that stuff. And
So
Jay,
as soon as I get to the job, I'm gonna cut that card up. Job. But anyway, what's up, Bill?
you know people already at me.
For what?
Cause when you laugh, I came up here on your channel. They at me, trying to get
Oh
my
Lord.
trying to get my attention. But I don't care
They're
that
gonna
much.
be okay.
Don't you know I don't care that much? I don't care that much.
They're gonna be all right. Y'all gonna be all right. Yeah, I'm coming on camera today as a senior citizen, as a 55-year-old, representing the silver sneakers. Yes, Lord. And so shout out to all the people over 55. Shout out to all the folk over 55, 55 and over.
Hello. All right.
Hello. Come on to all the silver sneakers out there.
Yeah,
So
so
they
people
consider,
like,
wait a minute. So they consider us silver sneakers when we get 55.
yeah, yeah, because you can get AARP at 50. So, but yeah, but you got ignorant people like Jay Dunn's Rotten Gums in the chat who make age jokes all the time. Girl, nobody don't give a shit
I'm
about
happy to
you.
be, let me tell you
Miss
something. I'm
Atkins, how
happy
are
to be
you,
older.
sweetheart?
Baby, let me
Hey,
tell you
baby.
something. I'm happy to be older. I got all my teeth, okay? And I'm good. I'm good. I'm good to be 55. I'm happy to be 55. Everybody don't make it. Everybody
That's
don't make
right.
it. I'm praying for
That's
60.
right.
I'm praying for 100. If the Lord have it the same, I'm praying for 100.
Well, Pastor don't sit on 30-year-old panels on 30-year-olds, 30-year-old people panels all night because he got a job. You can't be sitting up on the panels
And
all
then I
night
got
when
my
you got
own
a working
panel.
woman.
Why am I gonna sit on his panel while I got my own panel?
That's
See, that's
right.
what I don't understand. Why am I sit on his panel while I got my own panel? People must not be making AdSense money. I don't know. But my AdSense check be looking good. I don't know about y'all. This is what people talking about. Oh, it's the 21st. You damn right. This is all I gotta do is sit and talk and get criticized because my one of my debit cards, the expired one didn't go through. Baby, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. This is easy. This is easy. So that's all I gotta say. This is easy. All of this other stuff that they doing, but like I said, Lolo is her own person. She does what she needs to do. I ain't mad at Lolo. I mean, if that's what she wants,
That's right. This
yeah,
America,
if
she
that's
got
what
that
she wants,
right. And can't
yeah,
nobody tell nobody what to do. So
yeah. But it couldn't be me though, because like I said, number one, nobody's gonna tell me to shut up. Well, let me say this. Yes, yes. Let me say when I was on Nest Channel,
And
somebody told me to shut
incidentally,
up, and that was the
she
last
thank you
time.
so much for going over there and getting the information for him. He appreciate that.
Let me tell you something. The last person who told me to shut up was on Nest Channel, and they got told the hell off. I'm telling you. I'm
I
telling you, I was not
remember.
playing. I did not come to play with the girls because I had my little Abner hat on. Okay, baby, I had my little Abner hat on, and I thought I was the ish, right? And then she kept on bothering me with that question, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna move on, right? And then that's when Teddy Riley, baby mama, baby Teddy Riley, baby mama told me to shut up. It was up and stuff, baby. When I tell you, I went slap off. And I got her together too. I was not playing that day. I was not playing that day.
I haven't seen Teddy Riley's baby mama. She
Well, good.
disappeared.
Maybe she needs to. Maybe she getting her mental health together. That's good.
Yes, yes. Because there's a lot of people who could use some mental health. No disrespect. I'd rather a
Yeah, I
person
haven't.
get the help, and particularly in the black community. As a rule, we do not go and get the mental health we need. No.
We do. Got to. We should. We should.
Yes.
So I think it's important. I'm glad that now. I hope Brian is okay. Let me start off by saying that.
Oh, yes.
I hope Brian
Yes.
is okay. I've not heard from him. Hopefully he's okay. But I'm glad that he's off because he got to take care of his health. What's up, Mama PP?
Yeah, the last time he made a video, I missed it, but I went down under his chat and I told him that because when your hemoglobin drops below 5, then your blood is not able to carry oxygen like the way it should. And so I told him, I know his religion says that you shouldn't, but it's a matter of life, death, or mental retardation. You have to get that. If you need it, you have to get it. It's no sense in dying. His thing is, he's already let Jehovah down by, his lifestyle. Well, hell, if you done it once, what's the fault? Do it again.
I
Do
mean,
what
because
you
that ain't the
need
only
to
thing to let
live.
Jehovah down in.
No,
See,
but
this is
that's
what.
his feelings. That's his
Yeah, but
feelings, Jay.
let me say something though. I gotta say something. Just
All
say
right.
something. This is the thing. Jehovah came because Jehovah knew that our sins, our righteousness rather, was as filthy rags. Jehovah knew that we couldn't do it. That's why Jehovah came as a mediator, if you will, and that's why Jehovah shed his blood. Because Jehovah knew that we were messed up. Jehovah knew that we would make mistakes. And Jehovah said, I'm tired of these people killing rams and lambs and making these sacrificial offerings. And Jehovah became the ultimate sacrifice. So my thing is, God knew you already. God knew who you were before you were even born.
Yes, I believe
And
that.
the thing is, when you don't know scripture in context, you will allow people to have you on your deathbed, and that's what they do. And I understand that, but this is why y'all, I went to seminary so I can learn for myself. Because
Hey,
these people will have
Kennedy.
you caught up in all kind of mess. I mean, all kind of mess.
Jay, I got a question for y'all.
This
And
ain't
this
the first time you done messed up.
this
Go
mostly
ahead.
for the chat. Jay, I got a question. This mostly for the chat. Can anybody tell me how old or approximately how old Isaac was when Abraham started to sacrifice him? I'll wait.
Well, he said he was a boy, so I don't know. He said me and the boy will be back. See, thank you, Jesus. Abraham knew they was gonna be back. He didn't know how he was gonna be back, but I don't know, Vivian. He said
I'm
he was a boy. He said
he,
me and the boy.
but if you look at the time and because if you read it's like later on, like right after that, he ended up getting married. Am I right?
Abraham was already married.
I'm talking about his son, Isaac.
Oh, Isaac. Okay.
Isaac.
Well, I don't know that, but I know that he said me and the boy gonna be back, and I don't know how he was gonna be back if he was getting ready to sacrifice us.
Well, it just because he called him the boy, it don't mean he was young. I'm
Okay.
thinking he was in his 20s or 30s. But I'm gonna
Okay.
look it up and I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna give it to you. Thank you.
Well,
That's
all
all.
I know is he didn't get got. Because God provided a ram in the bush. Hallelujah. So, Brian, there's a ram in your bush. Okay? All of that story is a story of redemption and what Jesus was going to be. He was going to be the ultimate sacrifice. Because let me tell you something. This is why nobody can talk about me, because I don't care how righteous you think you are. Your sins are, your righteousness rather, is filthy rags. That's what the Bible says. Your righteousness is a filthy rag. No matter how clean you try to be and how sanctified you try to be, your sins, your righteousness is like filthy rags. The only
Yeah.
thing that makes you clean, according to the Christian context, is the blood. And so all I'm gonna say is I don't know. I hope just I know that Brian is gonna make the right decision, or there'll be a way. God'll make a way. I just think that the Jehovah will forgive you if you do that. Now the Jehovah
Right.
Witnesses might not
Right.
forgive you, but Jehovah will. Come on now, and it's a
That's
difference.
right.
It's a
And can
difference.
ask. That's right. If you can ask for
Now,
forgiveness,
now
you can be
Jehovah
forgiven.
will forgive you.
Yes.
Jehovah Witnesses may not, but Jehovah will. I don't know how you get somebody's blood, baby. Blood is gonna keep you alive. Jesus. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it
Yes.
alone.
Yeah. I hope he does as well.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
get caught up into this religious minutia. People throwing their kids out because they gay. People throwing it, and it's sad. You know,
Ignorance.
you know. let me tell y'all something. I have a friend, and I knew her daughter was a lesbian. I knew this when she was in high school. And, I talked to my friend about it, and she, but then it was another thing to be a lesbian, but it was another thing to be a whole trans man. Now, I'm going to tell you what. She was a nice looking woman, but baby, she's a nice looking man. So, but this is my friend said, and y'all, my friend was very evangelical, black evangelical, Pentecostally, and she said, I would rather have a son that's alive than a daughter that's not alive. And she had to
Amen.
really
Me
go do some
too.
research. And let me
Me
say
too.
this, you all. Her son, who is still in the military, her son, who is he's brilliant, graduated from a flagship state institution, got a master's degree, worked for John Lewis,
Uh-huh.
goes or travel around the world for the armed services, and living a life. And I'm gonna leave that right alone. I'm so glad she didn't kick him out, because I don't know if he would have been the same person that he is now had she kicked him out. Y'all
May
better
not.
learn to love on your children. Y'all
That's
better learn
right.
to love on your children, because I'm telling you, you will set the standard if they will exceed and or if they're gonna be decreased and decline. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, and that's real. So I've seen a lot of people who are in the trans community, when they are supported, they excel. They excel. So that's all I'm saying. And I was very surprised, because I thought she was going to kick. But let me tell you something. The sad part about it is people stopped coming to her house. People started talking to her. I mean, they stopped and everything. It's sad, but my thing is, I'm so glad she didn't throw away her child for these people, because people will have you doing things, and if the shoe was on the other foot, I don't think they would do it.
Amen. They won't.
But they'll make you do it.
No, they won't.
So I'm a living witness. I have a friend right now, and the only thing I pray that he gets his military time. Because with all of this stuff going on, we don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So
You're right. Yes, indeed.
well, they're still in the military.
Well, most of the gay people I know are high achievers, especially the ones that I work with.
It's always been that way.
Yeah.
Let me say this. When I was growing up, it was the gay men who had the best cars, the nice houses, and the good jobs, and they were going to college. You knew they was going to college, right? Unfortunately, a lot of them had to hide. A lot of them got married.
Yes.
And unfortunately, but they were brilliant, good leaders.
Yes. Yes,
Brilliant.
they were.
Brilliant. I worked for a stud lesbian in Texas. One of the best bosses I ever had. Let me tell you something. Who you sleep with or who you love is your business. But
Yes.
can you do the job? And we got to realize again that there are a lot of same gender loving people who are, and I don't take anything from anybody. Just like there are some brilliant black people, but like I said, people who are same gender loving are brilliant. They're creative.
Yes, they are.
Look, who's some of our best known anchors? Sean Lemon and Anderson Cooper.
Don Lemon.
And
All
you look,
right.
baby, you look at CNN. Jonathan, what's his name? Is gay. I didn't know Samuel Sampson on NPR was gay. Baby, they're all in. See, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Everybody ain't Nas X. Everybody
That's
ain't
right.
Nas X who ain't doing that no more. Everybody ain't that. You know what I'm saying? All of these music people, even though they diabolical, some of them, but most of them, most of your actors and actresses are. Not all of them, but most of them. So all I'm
Yeah.
saying is, this is who you are.
Listen, Jay, you got people like who is it? Jodie Foster?
Is that the one to seek the silence of the lamb?
Yeah.
Jodie Foster,
Yeah.
um, the
And
other actress,
you got a whole lot of
Lillian Thomas. Baby, Lillian Thomas was on. She was the bomb on 9 to 5. I didn't know she was lesbian either. Sally Ride, Barbara Jordan. You can't tell me that Barbara Jordan couldn't talk. You couldn't tell me that that lady was not a civil servant.
Yes, you was.
So my thing is this: stop looking at people who they love and look at what they have accomplished and what they do. I don't know if Brian is still in the hospital or not, Angelica. I don't know, but I hope he's okay. I really do. I hope he's okay. Overall, I hope he's okay.
Yeah. Even the March on Washington was spearheaded by a gay man. They kept him out of the front of things. I'm trying to remember his name.
what's his
Uh,
name?
I can't
I
remember, but
know who
if
you're
you,
talking about. Let me tell you something. He was
yeah,
a gay man, and then
yeah,
Mr.
here go Adam Clayton Powell with his hating ass, and he
Hold
couldn't
on,
even
Mr.
stop
Benjamin.
cheating on his wife.
Hold on,
How
Mr.
you
Benjamin.
gonna cheat on Hazel Scott? How you gonna cheat on Miss Hazel Scott as fine as Hazel Scott was, and you gonna cheat on Hazel?
Hold on, Mr. Benjamin Mays. He's right here from Greenwood. Right here from
who?
Greenwood, Benjamin Mays, Greenwood, South Carolina.
You better leave Morehouse alone. You better leave Morehouse alone.
Yeah,
It's a lot of them. The guy who was over the Pullman Porters, he was gay. It's a lot of them. I mean, it's a lot of them, and a lot of them got married. Like Cullen Conti Cullen. Oh, I always get his name mixed up. Conti Cullen. He married W.E.B. Du Bois' daughter. He was gay, and he was
uh-huh.
dating a school teacher out of Harlem. It's a lot of
Yeah,
people who were gay back then, but of course, it was a taboo.
right.
Most of the Harlem Renaissance were gay. Most of the people in the Harlem Renaissance, not all of them, but most of them were gay.
Yeah. Moms
Langston
Mabley
Hughes,
was.
Langston Hughes been single for that long. Okay, James Baldwin just came out, and you can't tell me that James Baldwin was brilliant.
Right. He was. And it's unfortunate the young people, they're not as clued in the civil rights as we were for people my age. Yeah, I'm old, but you know what? For those people that got problems with age, I'll be 69 this year. You better hope your ass live to be 69.
Okay,
Well, this is
For
what I'm
real.
going to say. Honestly, we really got away from things in the 80s and 90s. After they decided they was going to do self destruction, everybody became
now it
gangster.
was crack, honey. It was crack, honey. Crack,
Everybody,
honey. Crack,
everybody. Wait a minute.
and the crack was
After we did self destruction, everybody became a gangster bitch, and everybody wanted to be a hoe, and everybody wanted
Yes.
to be a thug. I'm just saying.
look.
I
Yeah.
If you look at the music industry in the '80s, it was very creative. You had Roxanne Shante. You had Queen Latifah talking about ladies first. You had MC Light. I mean, they were not whores. These were strong women. Then you had KRS-One. Then you had Public Enemy. You had all of these. You had De La Soul. You had Luke. See, you had a variety. But when the man gets his hands on stuff, it's only two things you can be: violent, gangster, or whore for the women. And if you don't fit that mold, then you're out. And again, all of this happened in the 80s.
Uh,
And I saw it just transform. And we used to think the Yin Yang song was bad, right? I never forget when the Yin Yang song came out. And I'm like, oh my God, but baby, that's child's play compared to what we listening to now. It's child's play
yeah.
to what we listening to now. So
Oh yeah.
my thing is between the gangsters where the women gotta be whores and the men gotta be violent, then you got crack. Let me tell you something. Grandmama was tired already. She didn't want her children to raise her children. Now she gotta raise somebody else's children because they own crack. Baby, crack tore us up.
Yes,
Crack
it
tore us
did.
up.
Yes,
And
it
It tore
after
did.
us
crack
up.
got us, AIDS got us. After crack got us, AIDS got
Then
us.
AIDS. Yep.
Because a lot of
Around the same
people
time.
realize,
Wait a minute. AIDS came first. I remember
wait a minute,
1980.
this is what I want to say. A lot of people think that the gay man, no. Listen, I knew a whole lot of heterosexual females that died of AIDS and they were crack addicts.
Yes.
Or heroin addicts because they
Yeah.
was using needles.
Yes. Or their husband or their wife got AIDS and took it home to their partners. I'll never
Correct.
forget this 23-year-old female. She died. She ended up having a sarcoma. They get all them growths all over them. But she was 23. Her husband gave it to her, and she died, and he was still alive. And I remember the hospital was like pissed off at the husband, and we were
Well,
very
let me tell
cold.
you, in South Carolina, it was a lady. Her husband said, if you give me this, or if I got this, I'm going to unalive you. And sure enough, he did. That was in South Carolina.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
funny that we mentioned that. The lady who was on Essence, I think her last name is, her first name is La Ray or something to that. She's light complexion, but she was the face of AIDS, and she was a beautiful woman. Beautiful. She still is beautiful. And so it was a shocker because here's this healthy looking woman on Essence telling her story, and she's still living today. So I think they're going to do a follow up. I think they did a follow up story with her, but she's still living today. So yeah, that was big. But I saw that magazine, and I will never forget that magazine on Essence because that's the first time I think Essence really covered it in that manner. But it wasn't for gay men; it was for a woman who was heterosexual who contracted the disease, and they used her. She's gorgeous, gorgeous woman, and they put her on the front page, and people were shocked. It changed a lot of people's lives. It's funny because I was reading some of the comments when she came back later on, because they're doing her expose now, they're doing her story now, and how many people wrote under her comment saying that you changed my life. I was in high school, I was in college, and looking at you and reading that article changed the way I thought about this and the third. So she's still living. So yeah, she's still living.
Yeah, that's what I said. A lot of
Yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah.
It's still happening, Jay. It's still happening.
I think,
Women are getting AIDS from their partners or men. They're still doing that. I read
yeah,
an article about
yeah.
it. Yeah,
Lot,
a
yeah,
65-year-old
we
woman.
can talk about that. Maybe they get it in the nursing homes. They hunting in the nursing home. They're hunting in the nursing home. People don't know. A lot of them nursing homes, they be getting it in.
But thank God I don't have to worry about that. I already got a niece that told me she'll take care of me until I close my eyes, and I believe her.
Okay, that's a
Yeah.
blessing. But baby, they getting it in at the nursing homes, at the senior citizen, in the assisted living. Maybe they say the villages in Florida, that's where the retired people live in the villages.
Right.
Honey, they say they be doing all kind of things up in the villages. I'm telling you. But let's talk about this generational thing. We didn't have the technology then. These kids are very antisocial because
Yes.
they don't go out and play. They'll stay at an Xbox or stay at the computer all day long, and that's what they'll do. So they don't really get socialized, and they're very antisocial. And the only people they tend to get along with is people who have the same thing in common with them. And I believe that technology has taken a lot from our kids. Now, this is the thing. This is what I want y'all to get. I read in an article that a lot of the tech giants only allow their kids limited amount of technology. And I think that says something. When people who
Yes,
are the creators of this stuff don't allow their own children to be a part of this, I think it
that
says a
tells you a
lot.
lot. Yes, it
I
does.
think it says a lot. And this is
Yeah,
why I think we need to kind of curtail our kids in all of this technology because it
yeah,
does stifle
that's
their
true.
socialization.
But Jay, you know, technology is a two-edged sword.
Yeah, but it's unmonitored technology. It's when you allow your kids. My daughter, and I was upset with her. My grandbaby was 15, and she could not get on the internet. Only time she got on the internet was when she went to school and was doing schoolwork. She had a phone. My daughter checked her daughter, my grandbaby's phone, to make sure she was not on there or had one of them hidden apps where you can use, and then they're labeled under different things, but they're actually apps you can get on to meet people. Oh no, she didn't allow that. Now I understand, and I'm glad that she's like that. And my
This is not,
grandbaby,
let me say this. The technology is not bad in itself, but you have to monitor it. And like I said, those wealthy people are not saying that their kids cannot have technology. They limit the technology.
the mount,
Okay,
yes,
so I am going to say this, Jay. I have a young lady that goes to church with me. She gave and it's on my YouTube channel where she gave a talk where she told the parents, it is up to you to monitor your children and their use of this technology. And what she said is really true. The issue is not the technology. The issue is the unmonitored technology and what they do when you aren't watching. For instance, there is a lot of bullying on technology.
Yep.
That's what she said. All she said, the fights that happen at the school here, that always happen because those kids were bullying on technology and the parents weren't watching them. And the parents got there, wanted, oh no, not my child. And she told them, pull your phone up and showed the parents, and the parents were looking dumb.
Yep. Got to be careful. And I know a lot of people to lock their kids' phones at certain points in time. Like no kid should have a cell phone in school. You should. This is my thing. So I taught. I taught. If the child or the kids wanted to have phones, they had to put them in a cubby hole during class. They could not touch their phones during class. So
that's
every time
right.
they went, the only time they could get their phones was when they were leaving classroom. That's it. It kills me when these parents talk about, well, what if I got to get in contact with my child? We'll call the office. You know,
Right.
these parents are Generation X parents. And y'all know damn well we didn't have no cell phones in high school. Y'all know damn well we didn't have that technology. But if your mama wanted to get you, she knew how to get you. So now we're making these excuses. And that's the problem with our schools. Cell phones. Cell phones. Cell phones. This is how children are cheating. Cell phones. This is why Chat GPT has to be monitored. Because kids will cheat with cell phones. So now I know that most teachers, especially in high school, when your child comes in, they have to put that phone in a cubby hole or put it somewhere or they'll put it on the table, but you cannot touch your cell phone. Because let me tell you, if your child is in a school where they can have their cell phones, I guarantee you learning is not taking place or they're being distracted.
Right.
They're being
Distractions.
distracted.
Yeah.
So my thing is most schools now, I can't say, I can't talk about Catherine because Catherine will tell me in Philadelphia, but most schools in Texas, they provide the kids the laptop. If you're in high school, they'll assign you a laptop. At least in some of the districts that I'm aware of, they will assign the kid a laptop. Now, if you break that laptop, your mama gonna pay for it, and you may not get no diploma. But they
Yes.
do provide you a laptop.
Yeah, I think they do that here too as well.
Yeah, yeah. And some things are restricted on that laptop. But
That's
for
right.
the most part, and the school can see what's going on. So, but like I said, y'all, technology is really thwarting some of our kids because they're on the phone all the time and they're not paying attention in class. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I can't say about Philadelphia, but in the state of Texas, baby, I understand why kids don't do well in college now. Let me tell y'all something about Texas. We have something called the STAR test. So the STAR test is the test, the mandated test that all students have to take to graduate. They say that you can approach, meet, and it's approach, meet, and it's another one. I think it's exceed. It's one of those. But do you not know that a child could make a 47 on the English STAR test and pass a 47?
That's
A
not
47.
good.
A 40 freaking 7.
No.
Do you know when I was growing up that a 59 was an F and a 60 was a D?
Yes.
And you tell me that an F is approaching? What approaching what? Failure? Approaching poverty? I mean, but this is the standard. They have lowered the standard for these kids. And do
Yes,
you
they
not know
have.
that some of these kids still can't pass? Let me say this. If you got a child in special ed, you better be making sure that they getting them accommodation. You better make sure that they getting all of the tools that they need to pass. Because, baby, it's the law. But see, this is why I got a problem with Trump gutting the Department of Education.
Oh
Because,
yeah.
baby, special ed, I couldn't be a special ed teacher if you, baby, my heart goes out to any special ed teacher. My heart goes out to you. Because y'all have so much friggin' work to do. Not only do you have to deal with children with physical challenges, mental challenges, you got to deal with the paperwork. You got to do them IEPs. You got to have those ARD meetings with the
That's
parents.
right.
You got to do everything by the law. Everything has to be documented. You got so much damn paperwork. And I feel sorry for my special ed teacher. And let me tell you, once you become a special ed teacher, baby, you can hang it up because they don't want you to do anything else. Because special ed teachers are so rare that if you're a
Yes.
special ed teacher and you want to go and teach English, they're not going to let you because the special ed is important. Baby, y'all, my heart goes out to the special ed teachers, teachers in general. By the time these teachers finish teaching your children, they need a month, 2 months off. Hey,
Listen, Jay, I've been out of the classroom since what? I've been out of actual teaching since 2013. Y'all, I just gave my license up, my special education license up. Do you know I have gotten calls 2 to 3 times a year from the time I left till now? They still calling me. Miss Jennings, you think you want to teach special ed? We got a special place for you. You can go here. I was like, if I wanted to be teaching special ed, I'd still be teaching. No, thank you very much.
Yeah, I
look,
think
look,
it
look,
takes a
look, look.
special person to be a special ed teacher.
Let me tell you something. I taught in a public school for 1 friggin' year. 9th grade English. 9th grade friggin' English. Let me tell you something though. Now I'm gonna tell y'all the truth now. Oh Lord. Honey, my classes was tight and right. I didn't play with them children. Baby, my classes were Maybe it was quiet. People coming into class. I don't play. I don't play. Children know who to play with and who not to damn play with.
Yes.
I would
Oh
call them
yeah.
parents. I would say, look, either they can go home for 3 days, or you can work with me and get them straight and come on back. Baby, parents used to love me because I would call them and let them know that Boo Boo getting ready to get suspended. Are you gonna take care of him? And I'm telling you, and the sad part about it, and this is why I left, because when you got teachers like myself, they start piling you up and they start giving you more and more. So what they do is they burn out their good teachers.
Yeah.
They burn out their good teachers. And my thing is this, I'm like, hell no. I gotta do lesson plans.
Good teacher
I
get
gotta
all,
do
and the good teacher get all the shit kids, excuse me, not being rude, but they get all the problem children that don't nobody else want to deal with.
That's true. And you know,
I'm like, wait a
Trump
minute.
get ready to cut out some of that aid.
And this is the thing
And first of all, these classes are big. Now look, I had a class about 16, 17, so I had a manageable class. But baby, the middle school, they had 40 children, one teacher for 40 children. And if you got 5 behavior problems,
Jay,
really?
I taught special needs, and I've had up to 40 kids in all special needs in different grade levels, different because I had middle school. I had different grade levels and different subject areas at the same time with up to 40 kids. Now I'm like, how y'all expect me to work magic like that? I did it. Guess what? Those kids are now actually productive.
But you had to have lesson plans. You got to have trackers. You got to call parents for positive phone calls. You got to call parents for negative phone calls. If they have something after school, you got to be there. You got to be there for teachers' parents conference. You got to be there for teachers' conference. You got to be there for the basketball game. I mean, it's like, and I'm like, what? So it's a lot to go on with teaching. And let me say this to you, parents. If you are not checking on your children, you are doing your children a disservice. You need to find out who the better teachers are and try to get your children in those classes. You better check your children's homework, because some of these teachers just pass your children because they like them. Don't have nothing to do with their academics or nothing. Y'all need to be checking on.
That's
You
true.
got to check on your children. You got to check on your children.
And on top of checking on your children and their classes and their teachers and everything, also, when you got, check on their friends, check their social media, and then the most important thing, when you got them parents, listen, if you know your child is hanging around with another child and they parent don't care about them, get your child. Get your child, because that's one of the worst things. Y'all, do you know how many times I had parents where I've called them and they told me, don't call me no more, call the police.
Let me tell you something, Vivian. I had a
I
parent.
heard of that.
This was a white student. This was a white student I had. And this student just did not want to do work. Just very unmotivated. And I called the daddy, and the daddy said, what do you want me to do? I said, well, first of all, you can make sure she's doing her homework. I said, because everything is online. All she has to do. So, I mean, he asked the question. I gave the answer. Let me tell y'all something. You all need to check on your children at these schools. You need to have a relationship with the teachers.
Yes.
If they're not getting any homework, you better make some. And this is what you do. You call a teacher. I am the parent of XYZ, and I notice he's not bringing any homework home. And if the teachers tell you that, then what do you recommend me to do? And do you all have any things? Because at the end of the day, you know, he's going to need this. And this is what gets me with some of these college prep schools. How are you going to be college prep and your children ain't taking no homework home?
Jack.
Because they're going to get it in college. Go ahead, Bill.
What I was going to say is not only have a relationship with the teacher, you need to have a positive relationship. It does not need to be an adversarial relationship. You ain't got to be adversarial with the teacher. Everything listen, I'm going to tell y'all a secret. Everything your kids tell you ain't true.
Oh, parents know that. They know they got lying kids because they lie at home.
They sure do. They sure
You
do.
know, they don't just lie at school.
Let me tell you something, baby. They used to hate me because, baby, I would have car duty, and I would go right to your mom. Oh, this your mama. Oh, so let me tell you what's going on, mom. Yeah, this is what's going on, and X, Y, Z, and everything. Da 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 da. Yeah. Let me tell you something. My students were in check. When I tell you we had no issues, in check. I didn't have a problem calling the mama. Didn't, you know, I really did. And I'm gonna tell you what, I got respect in my classroom. I'm serious. I had some students that gave teachers hell. When they got in my classroom, they knew what the deal was. Nope, you're putting your phones up. No phones. Da 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 da. We didn't play that kind of stuff.
That's right. And when them kids know you
And let me
don't
tell you,
play,
let me tell y'all something. Please, 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 make sure your students know the fundamental basics. I had to go back and teach them what a simple sentence was, what a compound complex sentence was, what a complex sentence was.
yes,
I had to go back there. I had to go all the way back and teach what a subordinated conjunction was, a coordinating conjunction, how to use your commas, all of this kind of stuff. I had to go right on back and do that because they didn't even know the basics. So when we got into literature, you know, then they realized that. But y'all, let me tell y'all something. I hate to say it. There are some kids right now in the 9th grade can't read. Can't read.
yes, yep.
Can't read. Do you
Oh, I
not
know.
know that there are kids who can't even tell time? I had a student say, I don't read clocks.
Oh Lord, no. I
Excuse
haven't come
me?
across one of them. That's
Oh, I don't
minimal.
read clocks. I don't read clocks because all they've been looking at is digital things.
Oh
Baby, make sure
yeah,
your children are learning.
yeah.
Let me say this. Let me say this. And I know this sounds bad, but I'm going to say this.
Say it.
If your child get a solid education, if they get the basics, they can have
Yes.
a good life and a good job.
Yep. That's
You hear
true.
me? But baby, these
Yeah.
kids and their priorities are mixed up. So I had this one kid bring in this Louis Vuitton bag, but yet couldn't read.
Mm.
And I'm like, well, you seem like you like nice stuff. So how you gonna get these nice things if you can't read? And they knew they could. And let me tell you something. I was that type of teacher. I'm like, boy, I said, come over here. I said, you know you can't read. Now come over here and let me help you. And y'all, let me say this. Ooh. And it hurt my heart because the majority of these students are people. Our people. And you know, it hurt my heart because at the time I was the only black English instructor at the time. The only black English instructor. Hell, it was only 2 black teachers. And I would sit down with those boys and like, this is how you got to do this. This is how you got to do this. And nobody really took the time out to help them out. Baby. But, and let me say this, it's hard to leave, but you got to choose yourself. And I'm not lying about that. And it wasn't the kids who was the problem. It was the system who was the
Yes,
problem.
it is.
It wasn't the kids. Let me go far as to say this. It wasn't really the parents. Because if you are a good teacher and you can really do what you need to do with it, it's the system. It's these stupid curriculums that haven't been proven. And the system. And this is why I understand now why people pull their kids out of certain school districts and put them in other districts. So in San
Amen.
Antonio, the
Yes.
Alamo High School District is a top district. The Bernie School District is a top district. And then they have a charter school called Basis, which is a top charter school. And parents
Yep.
be pulling their kids out to go to those schools because they know that they have a good system. Now, I'm going to tell you, my sister made sure her kids went to Montessori school. I don't know how Montessori school is now, but back in the 80s and 90s, baby, Montessori schools were no joke. And so my sister wasn't Catholic, so she sent her kids to the Episcopal middle school, elementary middle school, and then her kids went to the Episcopal High School. Now, I'm going to tell you, this school is in Florida. It's called Holy Trinity Episcopal School. It ain't no joke. And y'all, they using the same book. It's how they give instruction. And I'm telling you, I just think that you all really need to focus on this education. And this is why I am such a advocate of education. I believe this administration wants worker bees. They don't want people who are critical, logical thinkers. They want people who can work and not think. They don't want people to question. This is why this administration is going after the press so hard. This is why this administration is going after Harvard and UVA to cheapen our education. Let me say this, y'all. I work for some Christian nationalists. I worked at an institution of higher learning that was very Republican. Very Republican, right? They felt that education was to get you a job. Right there. That's all it needs. Because what you're saying is education is not for creative advancement. It's only to have workers. And I think education is going that way. I think they have dumbed down education. I mean, come on, a 47 is passing in English? So it's approaches, meet, and masters. And so a master's, if you master the program in the STAR test in Texas, if you master, that means you have a mid-range, maybe upper B to an A. Meet is a C to a mid-B, and approaches is a F to a low C. And that's how they're judging your children. So your child could make a 50 on the STAR test and still get promoted or still be able to graduate. Does that sound right to y'all? Don't sound right to me. Unfortunately, falsification of addresses for better discount. Yeah, they can. It's sad, and I know parents who used to do that.
Yeah, some of them just want the kids to pass and get out of high school or whatever. They're not concerned about it. It's unfortunate.
It
really
is.
is.
Well, look, Mama P, I gotta get on off of here.
All
but
right.
I just wanted
you have
to
a nice day.
shout out to y'all and give y'all a little holler.
Thanks for having me up, Jack.
Yep. Hey, anytime. Y'all take care. Peace and love. Bye.